I am meant to be much further along with that raised bed than I am. Gabby is currently at a legs, bums, mums and tums class, and I said to her when she comes back I'll have that raised bed all finished and then we can crack on with the other stuff we've got to get done on this allotment. But it's a sunny day and it's been really busy up here on the plot. We've had all of our neighbours around and I've been chatting and getting very distracted, which has been fruitful because one of our lovely allotment neighbours called Lynn has given me a load of forced rhubarb. So look at that, first crop from the allotment without even having to plant anything. If you have watched our channel before, it probably won't come as much of a surprise to you that like a shared dream that Gabby and I both have is to one day find like a little remote cottage and start our very own small holding. And we'll probably have to win the lottery to ever be able to afford a life like that. So what we're doing this year is something that we're calling the landless small holding. So living on the boat, but with a veg patch up here on the allotment, and hopefully a couple of other projects which will come to fruition later on in the year. And this is kind of day one of starting that journey. If you've watched our channel, then you would have seen that we've sort of done a few jobs up here on the allotment, but the weather's not been great, and we've not really been able to spend as much time up here as we would like to. But now, it feels like spring is here. We really need to crack on to not miss the start of the growing season. But there is a lot that needs to happen, so let me show you what we've got planned today. There's a bit of a Meccano set vibe going on at this end of the plot because, well, recently I picked up a second-hand greenhouse. This year I want to grow loads of tomatoes and chilies, and well, it seemed like getting one second-hand for free was a really good idea. You know, just take it down, bring it here, plump it back up again, job's good. And it currently looks like a pile of scrap metal. And the plan really this afternoon is to try and rebuild the greenhouse without any instructions or any knowledge of how a greenhouse goes up. How much are we going to bicker? Sorry, do I get a hello as well? Or?
No. How are you doing? How have you done?
I've done that.
Yeah, good, lovely.
And then I've done nothing on the...
That looks really smart.
On the thingy, greenhouse.
Hey, that looks really smart.
Yeah.
One raised bed.
Sort
That's
of.
big, isn't it?
It is quite big.
Get a lot grown in there.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of compost, isn't it?
Greenhouse looks good.
Right. When I unloaded it, I did keep it in some sort of organisation. These
Right, well done.
These are the base bits. Yeah, these are the sort of like base parts.
Okay.
So I think if we...
So we just build the square for base?
Yeah, I build the square
upwards.
for the base. Yeah, and build upwards.
Build upwards. How hard can it be?
Come on then. What are you doing? That's it. Good. Come on, be brave. Oh, Tils. Come on, you can do that. Go on onto there. Good girl.
Don't you run in my sandwich? Oi!
I get up.
That lunchbox is mine. Good girl.
I have the one in your hand then.
I haven't got it. That is one side sort of up. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but that's gone up really easily.
I think this looks really like a greenhouse.
Yeah, I think we'll just call it a day there. Yeah, but they weren't very good. Because that will go in there like that.
I don't think we need a greenhouse.
Oh. Why is nothing easy?
Right, quick update. This side is lined up really nicely, but we can't get any other sides to go in properly, so it's all coming apart. We're taking it all back down and we're starting again. I'm going to move 2 of the base bits around so that maybe it will line up a bit better.
I think it's because it's got very set in its way.
Yeah, Jack says it's got very set in its way.
It should go both ways, but I think because it's like obviously sat in the ground for however long where I got it from, I think it's like this runner won't move, so if this was meant to go around the other side, in theory it should, I don't know, it's not back together. I might use it to hold that top bit. Oh, right, I've had enough. How is it worse an hour after? How is it? Don't laugh at me. It was going so well. I've had enough. Why? Well, how has it got worse?
I don't know how it's so hard to build a greenhouse. We've got a raised bed which hasn't been finished. And I don't know how to dismantle the greenhouse. Oh, can you pass me around?
Yeah, I think you both need to go for a walk.
I wonder what his first word's going to be. Coffee? Well then, hope you'll be back with a sleeping baby.
Alright, I'll see you in a bit. In case you can't tell, Joe is very cranky this morning. He's teething still, and yeah, it's causing quite a lot of aggro, so Gabby's just taking him for a little stroll on the towpath, see if we can get him to drift off for his morning nap. So fingers crossed by the time he gets back he'll be nice and snoozy. Yesterday turned into quite a fun day. The greenhouse has been an interesting challenge. I stayed a little bit later after what you saw, so what we're going to do is once we've had some breakfast we'll whiz up there and well, show you how things have changed, and also we've still got like a few more jobs that are still left to be done up there as well. So we've got a bit of an afternoon up there planned if the weather holds. It's looking like it could like chuck it down at any minute. It's kind of like that pre-thunderstorm sky, you know, when the weather's like really close, it's a bit clammy and it's like really thick clouds. It just feels like we need like a good downpour to sort of break the atmosphere a bit. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. We'll go up there a little bit later, but first I'm gonna use this lovely allotment rhubarb and make some sort of breakfast with it. I'm not really sure what I'm planning with it yet, but let's see what happens. I've got a little split in my thumb, so squeezing that lemon has It's gone right into that cut. It's really sore. Oh, that's really sore. Ow, 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 ow. I mean, the rhubarb looks like something out of a horror film, but tastes really good. So there you go, rhubarb pancake breakfast. Well, that went down well.
Honestly, so good.
I think we need to do a little compilation of Gabby's food reaction noises. It's just this noise, in various different tones.
The problem is, without blowing smoke up your
Fundament.
You're quite a good cook, so you get quite a lot of reactions from me.
Notice the quite there. Right, I'm going to do my batch now, and then I reckon we'll head up the allotment.
I want to see what you got up to last night.
Yeah, probably another cup of coffee before that, but yeah, we'll toot up there and show you what I got up to as well.
It's such a sunny day. I've got the proper summer squint on. Jack has done a lot to the greenhouse. Are you ready? The plot is already looking very different. Ta-da! Look at that. It's almost a fully built structure. So he's just levelling out the land at the back, which is where we're going to put the greenhouse. So once that's level, we're going to pick up the greenhouse. Surely it can't be that heavy. And move it, put the glass on, and then the greenhouse is done.
Should we go get the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Should we twiddle it around first then? So if you just lift it up, you need to go your way of it because obviously all this stuff's here now.
Okay.
Yeah. How's that?
Heavy, but I'll just sit this.
Okay. 3 steps my way, or like... That's pretty much where we'll have it, I think.
It's a bit wonky, isn't it? But
Yeah, it's a bit. I will level it out a bit in a minute, but
right.
that went
Really well.
didn't it? I mean, is there anything that she can't do?
I mean, you did build that.
Baby on the front, greenhouse on the back, stuck in the middle with you.
A little bit wonky.
Right then, I'm going to do a little bit of digging around the sort of metal girders that it's on, try and level it out a little bit, and yeah, then hopefully it should start looking the part a bit more. It's definitely on a big wonk at the moment. You are ridiculous. There you go. Just started to rain again, which is kind of good timing actually, because we are probably done for day 2 up here, and the sun is just starting to set on the horizon. But look at that, we have something that resembles an actual greenhouse now, with my favourite thing. Whoa! Look at that, a door. It's the little things, isn't it, that's so exciting. But yeah, it's been a really successful afternoon. Need to come back and get the glass on it, obviously, and then we can turn our attention to the rest of the plot and get the raised beds built properly. But little man is getting aggy.
Ready for bed. Bedtime.
We're ready for a gin. So we'll see you a little bit later on. This is so exciting. I'm currently in the middle of building our first ever no dig bed up here on the plot, and I'm so buzzing that we finally got to this stage where, you know what, planting isn't actually too far away now on the distant horizon. The idea of this is I'm putting the cardboard down to act as a mulch, so it should suppress the weed growth that's under here. I mean, you saw how overgrown this patch was when we first took it on. So the cardboard goes down, it suppresses the weeds, it starves them with sunlight, and then on top of the cardboard you then put your fresh compost, and the idea of it is it leaves the soil structure that's underneath here undisturbed. It protects those microbes, and there's a bit less work as well because you've got to go dig all the soil over. I'm just so pleased that we finally got to this stage. Just got to finish off getting this completely covered with cardboard, get some compost into here, and then I need to show you the greenhouse as well, because yeah, the plot is coming together. We're getting there. Anyone that's into like the packaging business, but please stop putting so much tape on cardboard. This is crazy. It's just like so much unnecessary plastic. Even this stuff, which I think is, well, it looks like it's like paper tape. It's got a plastic film over the top of it. Madness. Mad amount of plastic. Oh, good lord. Right, that is a good layer of cardboard that we've got down on there. So I think we're ready to get some compost on top of that. Also, could someone have a quick word with the weather gods, please? Because it is freezing here today. It's the last week of April and it's so cold. Like, it's so cold that Gabby and the baby have had to stay at home because it's too cold up here for them. And Tilly doesn't really like the cold either. So she's back at the boat. And I've been the martyr who has come up here, and despite these adverse weather conditions, I'm ploughing on through. It's got nothing to do with fancying a little bit of peace and quiet from the baby. I love him dearly, but you know, sometimes it's nice just to come up here into the peace. I have also gone for quite an interesting look up here with the chunky roll knit and the sexy gardening fleece underneath. Stylish. Annoyingly, the the cheapest way that I could get the compost here was to buy it in all these individual sacks. There was someone that was going to do a big bulk delivery, but this worked out cheaper, and yeah, we just needed to go for the most affordable option. But I mean, the benefit of doing it in these sacks is that I am going to reuse Oh look, my little snail friends here. I am going to reuse these plastic bags. We've got a local like waste place, is that the word? You know, there's people that come and collect, the council, they come and collect like the food waste caddies and that sort of stuff. They've got like a little place near here, and we can go up there with our sacks and the compost which they make from the food waste we can get for free. So I am going to reuse these sacks and also put them down to try and suppress some of the weeds here and plant between them as well. So yeah, it's annoying, but I'm going to try and reuse them as much as we can. I'm hot now. We're about, what, a third of the way there. Oh. You can probably see from that little pink hue in the background that it's got very, very late up here. It's also just started raining, so I think it's a good time to finish and head home. But little update, that is looking really good. That bed back there, full of compost. These two are coming together. We are going to need more compost, can you believe, in that one at the back. That's been 25 bags, which are 40 litres capacity gone into there, and I think we're still going to need some more, although a fair bit of it has ended up in my hands. But yeah, it's coming together. And also the greenhouse as well. I meant to show you this earlier, but the greenhouse all built. I have had to botch a couple of the pieces of glass, which you can probably see there. And it is also a walk-through greenhouse at the moment, so you can come through the door and you can walk straight out this side of it. We did a few casualties with some of the glass panels. So I'm either going to go and get some acrylic stuff to go in the back of there, or a couple of our allotment neighbours have said they got some spare glass which we might be able to botch in. But yeah, it's all coming together and it's just so lush being able to come up here and spend a bit of time. I just get really excited about what we've got planned for this space. Anyway, that rain is really starting to properly come down now, so I guess I'll say thank you for watching this week's video, and if you enjoyed it, could you click that button down below that says subscribe and maybe give it a thumbs up, and if you fancy buying us a coffee, that would be really, really kind, and the link for how to do that is down below in the description. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.